Have you ever found yourself, spending just hours trying to get your website content right,
Mm.
meticulously organizing everything,
Mm.
and then you look at your local free pack rankings and nothing. They just haven't moved. It's a really common frustration, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's something we hear all the time.
So the big question is, could there be a proven, maybe even automated way to handle all that content stuff for maximum local search impact?
Well, yes. Your website content, how it's structured, it definitely impacts your local three-pack rank.
Yeah.
And honestly, what's possible now with automation, it's pretty amazing. You're going to be impressed.
Okay, let's unpack this then. We're talking about some kind of automated system, one that doesn't just organize content, but actually optimizes it for like immediate local three-pack results,
Yeah.
and maybe with just a few clicks. How does that work? I mean, how does that transformation actually happen?
So the really fascinating part here is the core idea of automating website silo structures. Think of it like this. Imagine your website's content, like books in a library. A silo structure organizes those books into super specific, clearly marked sections.
Right, like different categories.
Exactly, like Boston car accident law or Boston slip and fall cases for a law firm. All the related content stays tightly grouped in its section, linked internally.
Makes sense. Clear organization.
Yeah, and it makes it crystal clear to search engines like Google what topics your site is really an authority on. Now, the automation bit that often involves using a custom-trained GPT model.
Custom train, so not just off-the-shelf AI.
No, no, this is key. It's a model specifically trained on, tons of data from high-ranking local SEO sites, successful content strategies. It looks at your stuff, your content, keywords, where you operate, and it intelligently figures out the best silo structure. It even suggests the URLs and internal links. It
Wow.
really helps user experience, makes navigation smooth, and crucially, it signals that deep topical authority to Google for better indexing. It takes out so much of the guesswork.
So for listeners maybe picturing, weeks of manually rearranging everything,
Yeah.
what does this mean for their domain URLs, their website content? Is there a clear path to get this done?
Absolutely, there is. The beauty of it is, with a sort of step-by-step prompt process, you can actually set up this sophisticated silo structure pretty quickly.
A prompt process. Okay.
Yeah, it guides you, it removes the complexity from organizing all that content, boosts relevance, and that in turn really helps your local three-pack visibility because Google just gets your expertise much faster. It streamlines the whole thing.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting for me. Because it's not just about the content structure, right? The discussion also points towards dominating sitemaps effectively. Why is optimizing the sitemap itself so crucial, especially for big, complex sites?
Good question. It's vital because even if your content is perfectly siloed, if Google can't find it or properly understand it, it won't rank. Simple as that.
Right, makes sense.
Think of your sitemap as the official map you hand to the search engine crawlers. So mastering how to analyze these sitemaps, especially large ones, finding the gaps, optimizing them, that's critical for top local rankings.
And you mentioned this is good if you can't make big changes to a site.
Exactly. That's a huge plus. Sometimes you don't want to, or maybe you can't, do invasive changes on a client's website. But you can still significantly improve their sitemap effectiveness without messing with their existing URL structure. Efficient sitemap management just ensures all the important pages get seen, indexed, and ranked.
Which brings up the big question.
Right.
Proof. Does this level of automation and optimization actually deliver, real-world results? Do you have an example?
Indeed. Take a prominent law firm based in Boston. They were really struggling to stand out locally, very competitive market.
Okay.
So by automating their silo structure and really meticulously optimizing their sitemap, the improvement was dramatic. We're talking within about 6 months, a 45% jump in local three-pack impressions for their main keywords.
45%. Wow.
And maybe more importantly, a 20% increase in qualified leads coming directly from those local searches. So yeah, it's not just theory, it translates directly to more business, better client conversions.
So what does this mean for you listening right now, wanting those kinds of breakthroughs, but maybe dreading the manual effort? It really sounds like a powerful shortcut, doesn't it? A way to get ahead and really dominate locally. Just imagine that efficiency. No more guesswork, just undeniable impact on your local three-pack rankings. Automating silos, optimizing sitemaps, it feels genuinely transformative for local search success.
It really is. But, this knowledge, it's most valuable when you actually understand it and then apply it. Critical thinking is always important, but these strategies offer a very clear, automated path forward, real potential for growth.
So if you're ready to learn the exact methods, the step-by-step of how to automate these strategies, and maybe get access to the tools that streamline this whole process, well, you'll definitely want to check out the GMB Crush Catalyst Mastermind. That's where you unlock the practical how-to behind all of this.
Yeah, there's always more to learn in SEO, always evolving.
Yeah.
And the potential here for serious local growth is just immense.
Absolutely. So to get access, find out how you can implement these powerful techniques yourself, or maybe for your clients, just visit the link. It's right there in the video description and also in the first pinned comment. Honestly, you won't want to miss putting this into action.